Welcome to the Garden Shop How to Garden video. In this video we want to show you how to plant up your hanging baskets for a summer display, and we have here in front of me a 16-inch hanging basket. So it's quite a large hanging basket, allowing me to create quite a big floral display. So the process then, begin by lining your hanging basket with the moss liner. We then added a certain amount of compost, and after adding about an inch or so of compost, we added our rain mat to the base of the hanging basket. Now the rain mat is there to absorb and hold water, and therefore reducing the amount of times that you have to water your plants, and just in generally keeping the soil more moist all the time. Now the first step then in terms of planting it up, you want to choose the larger plants first really, and position them towards the back or the centre of your hanging basket. Now because it's a summer hanging basket, there is a wider range of shrubs that you can really choose, and trailing pansies is a great option for hanging baskets. So I'm just going to remove this larger one from its pot. It requires sometimes a good squeeze around the edge. I don't want to give it too much of a pull, not to do some damage, but there it is out now. Okay, so if you see their roots are working their way around the side of the root ball, just give them a little tickle out. Encourage them to grow out into the hanging basket. And now I'll just remove the label and position this on top of the soil here towards the back of the basket, because it's one of the larger plants that we have. Okay, so that's a viola or pansy. So next now we can just choose a range, try to keep to a particular colour scheme. We then have a yellow pansy here. Again, other plants that you can use for your summer hanging baskets include petunias are a great option. Also we have here Biden, which is a very nice one. Bellis and Aubrietia are good plants as well. So we'll position these in here now. That's the yellow viola. We have here a purple Aubrietia, which makes for a nice trailing display as well. Okay, so we can position this in here at the front. Again, there's also holes placed. If you can see here, I could put a plant through these small holes here, and that will give for a more of a trailing effect from this hanging basket. Okay, so another good plant that would work in here is the Arabis, which is a white flowering herbaceous plant, and this really will fill out like a cloud around every other plant. So you can position that here just towards the centre. And I know it's not flowering yet, but petunia is essential for any hanging basket. These are the ones that give the large trumpet-like flowers that hang off the side of your basket. So I would always recommend planting a petunia in any hanging basket really. So give it a little squeeze, then give the roots a little tickle out, and petunia should be positioned towards the edge of your basket. And we have a bit of room left in the centre, so I think this Bellis here, Biden would be quite nice here in the centre. Again, these are more upright standing plants with a daisy-like flower. They'll really fill out the centre of this basket in time. So we can just plop that in there for a display like that. So again, in this case we're keeping to a similar colour theme. I left out this violet coloured pansy because it's kind of clashing with the other colours that we've gone for. Now once you have your plants in position, you then want to just finish off adding the topsoil in around them. So this can be just a slower process, just to make sure you don't bury any of the petals or the foliage of your plants, but getting all the required amount of soil in around them so that they're nicely knitted into the hanging basket. You don't want to overfill your basket too much, but try and get the soil coming up to around the top of the moss liner here. And when you're pushing it in, you just want to press the plants into place, making sure that they're nice and tight in around the soil. So we'll talk about maintenance then of your hanging basket. So as I said, they should be watered at least every day. Every second day would be the longest you'd want to leave your hanging baskets. The more you water it, the better they grow, and the more abundant the flowering will be. Feeding it then, we'll show you now how to feed it. Ideally you should be feeding your hanging baskets in early spring and right through the summer months. And we have here a product which is the hanging basket food pellets, the slow release food pellets. And I'll just pour them out here so you can see what you're getting. So ideally, a hanging basket of this size, you would require about 6 of the pellets positioned around the hanging basket. So here's one of them here. and you'd simply just push them into the soil and just beneath the soil surface and give them a little press in there, and you can continue that all the way around your hanging basket, and they will slowly release food over the growing season and give you and your plants a good feed, making them grow strong and healthy. So I can just finish off now with getting the soil around this plants here, and then just pressing that last bit in, just making sure all your plants are nicely pressed in. But that's it really. That should be it there now. Ideally now we could place this in our polytunnel for a few weeks until the plants have really filled out. Of course, most importantly is to keep it well watered over the growing season. And that's it really, a video on how to prepare your summer hanging baskets from thegardenshop.ie.